Good day and good evening, my dear friends. Today we're going to learn a wonderful song by Mr. Sting. You'll remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. You'll forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while upon the fields of barley, and in his arms she fell as her hair came down amongst the fields of gold. And so on and so on. It's a beautiful, beautiful song, mainly with the chords D, G and A, as you probably saw. Now, a couple of you out there will be a little bit concerned because there was a little bar chord thrown in. I refer to it as the dreaded fourth chord because usually if you've got, D, G's and A's, there's always one that will put you off playing it. But this is, this is what this lesson's all about. It's mainly a beginner's lesson, all right? And it's a beautiful song. And this bar chord that we're talking about, it's only one. Well, it's an inversion. I'll go through it in a minute. All right, so before we do anything, the song is completely mapped out, all of it here. All right, so we can't cock it up. As you know, I put every single chord directly above the lyrics, so you can't mess it up. And the shapes that we're going to play, I've given you an example of how we'll play a verse and how we'll play the middle section, which is dead easy. All right, so the first thing you've got to do is download your free idiot-proof paperwork. And while you're doing that, may I thank all my people at Patreon who help bring these lessons to you, as do the people that buy some merchandise. I've got some albums out, there's links below. And or just do a thumbs up and circulate the channel, because as I say, it's all free. And if you've got mates out there that want to play but they haven't got much money, or they haven't got any, tell them to watch me, because everything I do is on here is free. But it is brought to you by those people that do give me the time to put these things together. Patreon, people who buy an album, people who just donate by buying a cup of tea at the thanks button below. So cheers to all you that do that. Right, so you'll hopefully you'll have your bits and pieces ready. Let's have a look at these shapes. Now, I've gone straight in with the verse, okay? We'll look at the intro in a minute. It's dead easy. The intro comes at the end of a verse anyway, so we'll get to it then. The first chord we're going to play is a B sus 2. All right, fancy name. It's nothing too difficult. All you're going to do is put a bar at your second fret. Now, I suggest you put it all the way across. Really, the B string is here, but put it all the way across. That way, if you do hit the E string, it's not going to be a disaster. And these two fingers, it's a bit like a B minor. All it is, for those people that know how to play B minor, it's B minor with that finger taken off. That's all it is. That's all you're going to play. It's easy. And the other bar chord that's in there, we will replace this finger, is a B minor 7th, and that's a B minor with your little finger taken off. And they're the two chords that you've got to be fearful of if you want to be fearful of anything. They're the ones, the rest of them you'll all know anyway. So let's do that again. It's our B minor. Okay, that's our reference point, because you all should all know that. B minor, the B sus 2 is B minor with this finger taken off. And if you've got your bar all the way across, it doesn't matter if you hit that string. If you play it as a 5-string chord, which is sort of it is, and you hit that string, it doesn't sound very nice at all. So let's put that there as a matter of safety. Okay, so we've got our B sus 2 and our B minor 7th. The other chords that we're going to play are G. Now, I like to use this inversion of G in this. It's a nice full one. And it also helps you get back to the D. Okay, because this third finger doesn't need to move and it keeps some sound going. It's always nice to keep things flowing if possible. You don't have to play it like that if you don't want to. You can play it like that. You can play it like that. Okay, I suggest you play it like this. Okay, then we've got a D. What else have we got? We've got an A. I always play my A like this. You can play it like that if you wish. I always play it with these 3 fingers because my fingers are getting fat. So there's our chords. I'll go through it in more detail in a sec. The middle section, we're going to play what's called a G add 9. But don't panic again, fancy name. If you know the G that we've just been playing like this, just bring this finger here, go one down, and just stick it on the third string. Now you don't need, if you hit the fifth string, see this fifth string here? It is part of the chord, but it's not particularly pleasant. It's the same note as this one that we're putting our finger on here. But we don't want to overemphasize it. So what you will probably naturally do is, as you bring this finger here, which was on the G, to bring it down the two strings, this finger will probably lie across this one, the fifth string, slightly. Thus, is that word? Muting it, which is what I want you to do. That's how I would play it. We don't want to emphasize the A if we can help it. We've got the A there. Let's give us the G add 9. Okay, so we've got a G add 9, and that's it. They're all the chords that we're going to play. All right. So, if you look at your first chord sheet, now I've put the beats down. And for those people who are beginners, let's just get a measure of what's going on. So we'll start off with the verse. We'll do the intro, as I said, in a minute. Just looking at the basic beats of the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's the idea. And you'll see underneath each chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now a couple of bars are split between two chords. For example, this G here and the D. So you've got two beats on each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So look out for that. All right. And also there's going to be a little offbeat thing that we'll put in, which I'll explain in a minute. All right. So once we've got our downbeats in, forgive me for those people who played a while. This is a beginner's Wednesday lesson. Let's put the upstrokes in. So we're going to play 1, 2, 3. Just think of that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Da 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 dum bum. Okay, now you'll notice that I was changing some of those, where those two chords are grouped together in one bar, they actually change on an off bit. Da da dee da dum, da da. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and changes on the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you need to get used to playing a downstroke on one chord and an upstroke. You could play it on the beat, but it won't be as he's doing it, because he follows the lyric. Da da dee da dum, da da ba dum bum. See that? Da dum bum. As we walk in fields, dum da bum, walk in fields of gold. And there's our B minor. Now the intro to the song, as you will have heard me playing at the little demo I did at the beginning, which I've not put paperwork for because it gets to it later on in the verse. He plays 8 bars of B minor 7th, which is too much if you're playing it on your own. And there's a little bass line that goes. So what's nice to do is you put your finger there and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on the 4 and play the 5th string on 4. And then the 5th string open for the and after it, and then again 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You'll and then on the member of remember, that finger will come off, and this one will go on to play the track. Okay. Now, when it gets to the middle part of the song, let me look at the lyric. I learned these 5 minutes before I do them. Let's have a look. So we've got, I never made promises lightly. This is where he plays the G add 9. Where are we? Never made promises lightly, and there have been some that I broke, yeah. But I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of gold. So that's why I like playing the G like that, because all you've got to do is bring this finger down. And never made, this finger can stay on this third. Promise, so can this one. If you think about it, okay, so that G add 9 to the D, it's a nice easy move. You do it like this. I never made promises lightly, and again, but there have been some that I've broken, but I swear in the days still left, we'll walk in fields, see that offbeat, walk in fields of gold. And it's nice to sort of move around, move that D around when you get to the end of a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, la da dee, and then into the next verse. All right, so, and that's really it. It's a very repetitive song. We know that because if we look at the verses, there's our B minor 7. As I say, I've put them here. I've done 4 bars. If you do 8, people will just start talking and walk off on you. We don't want that now, do we? He does 8 because he's got lots of other instrumentation keeping it moving and it sounds beautiful. We haven't, so we have to modify. All right, we can do 8 if you want, it's up to you. And then here we are with our lyric. Now you'll notice that it's very, very samey. Okay. Sometimes at the end of a verse he'll have a B minor 7th part, and this bit here, another bits of the verse he won't, and then he'll do it again, and then he won't. It sort of alternates. Then we've got the middle section. So, should we have a go at it? Let me have a quick swig. This is probably one of the only Sting songs I can sing because he's got a really high voice, and I can't do his stuff as a rule. And Ava Cassidy did an absolutely beautiful version of this song. It's a wonderful song and one that everyone will know. So, you know, don't let this B minor 7th and the B sus 2 put you off. Honestly, just go for it. You'll get it, all right. So let's do it again. There's our B minor 7th. I'm looking at the words, by the way, which I should know them. You'll remember... no, I made a mistake there. I stayed on the B minor 7th. So, ready? And then on the mem of member, it changes. Now, can you see the way I've put the you'll and I've actually put member there, so it's important that we change. Those people that are new to guitar playing or music generally, that, you know, your lyric floats over beats. It doesn't necessarily always start on the first beat of the bar. Okay, so I'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. You'll remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley. You'll forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And again. Took her love for to gaze a while upon the fields of barley. And in his arms she fell as her hair came down as we walked. I can't see the word, they're so bloody small. I need new glasses. But you get the idea, don't you? And you just follow it through like that. Now what I suggest you do once you've done it, there's a little solo. I'll put these solos in just in case you've got another player that wants to play along. So the whole song is here as on the record, other than the 4 bars at the beginning where he does 8. But everything else is identical, all right? So everything you need to know, your idiot proof chord things, which shows you how to play. That is a complete verse, all right? So if you play that, you'll know how to play a verse. And this is the middle section, all right? The G add 9 thing I was talking about. So if you learn those things first, get your head around that, do those, work on your B minor 7th, and then get stuck into you know, to your lyric sheet. Right, on that note, I shall love you and leave you. Again, thank you very much for those people who've joined my Patreon platform. I'm back in the studio in a week or two, recording some more stuff with a great singer. I write songs. That's what I do for a living. You know, I play the guitar so I can write. I don't actually think of myself in my head as a guitarist. I use it to do stuff with. So anyway, I'm going to be working in the studio. So that's going to be coming up. We've recorded bits in different studios with some great musicians. really great musicians, world-class musicians. So look out for that one. In the meantime, thank you very much for all your kind donations, and I shall see you on Saturday with another lesson. Take care. Bye-bye.